Hello and welcome. On today's show, we are going to talk all about Universal's Express Pass and the Premier Hotels, and does it make sense for you and your family to stay at a Premier Hotel instead? Hello and welcome. My name is Lauren Williams, and I am here today to tell you all about some Universal information about Express Pass and the Premier Hotels. If you don't know, I am a travel agent. All my information is below. I'd love it if you wanted to use me as your travel agent. I love planning and booking vacations for people. It's absolutely free to use my service, and let me tell you, I have so much fun helping plan vacations. And one of the things I try and do is maximize your dollar, meaning I know a lot of information about Disney and Universal cruising and all-inclusive resorts. What that can do for you is to get you the best price for those vacations. It's so important to have what you want out of a vacation, and what I want and you want are two totally different things. You might want to just go to Universal, so that's why we're talking about Universal today. Let's start with the disclaimer. Disclaimer is that these are sample pricing. All of this is sample pricing. I have researched this myself. It is not a guarantee that these are the prices that you will get if you use me as your agent. What this means is that at one point in time, these were options for costs that you could have received by going on these vacations. Now, I will always try and help get you the best price for your vacation and get you what you want out of your vacation, but these prices are not a guarantee. They're there for comparison. That's it. We don't always just want to compare. We want to make sure that we talk about other things, those intangibles, because again, I talk about it all the time, the single story from TED Talks. You never want to use one piece of information to totally make a decision. You want to make sure that you are well-rounded when you're making these decisions, and it gives you the best option. Price is typically where people start and how people decide if it's worth it or not. So let's talk about this Express Pass at Universal and how the Premier hotels can be different. So what I'm going to say is that there's another video you can watch if you don't know this. If you don't know anything about Universal Studios, I have a video that you can click up here that just gives a brief overview of Universal Studios. And then I also talk about just what Express Pass is and the different types of tickets that you have for Universal. So again, you can click up there. If you get used to seeing my hand in these videos, it's because I try and come up with the common videos that people might have, or the common questions people have that you'd want to see videos on. If there are other videos that you want to see, let me know in the comments so I know what to focus on. What I can say is that I'm not going to go into depth about Express Pass in this video, but I'm going to talk to you about how the cost of using a Premier hotel can help you to get that Express Pass that you want. So Express Pass, I'm just quick overview, at Universal Studios is that front of the line access that you get like Fast Pass at Disney World. The difference at Universal is that you do pay for it. You pay for it per day, per person. So if you're a family of 4, you have to pay for it 4 times in one day for that one day. If you want it for 2 days, you're getting it 8 times, meaning you need 8 different times of Express Pass, because for one day, for another day. The ticket price for Express Pass fluctuates throughout the day, or fluctuates throughout the year on the days, and there's only a limited amount that are sold each day, so they can sell out. And there's different types of Express Pass. We're only talking about the unlimited, which gives you multiple trips into that express line for the ones that it's offered. I do need to say that Express Pass is not offered at all rides. So a lot of the Harry Potter rides do not have Express Pass, so you can't be guaranteed that you're going to be able to get front of the line access in all Harry Potter rides when you're there. I just want to let you know, it's just like Disney World, not everything has a front of the line access line. So let's look at some sample pricing. Again, sample, not guaranteed. So if you were going to go on your own and you were going to go, you got one park-to-park ticket, that's 2 parks, and you added on the Express Pass, it's going to be about $466 a day, or a family of 4, it's $2,138. Now, if you stay at a Premier hotel, I use the Hard Rock Hotel It was the least expensive hotel, premier hotel, the day that I looked, or the week that I looked at the pricing. So that's why I picked the Hard Rock. So for one person to stay in the Hard Rock Hotel and get a ticket, a park to park ticket for the day, it was about $500. So it's a little more to stay at that premier hotel for that price. However, for a family of four, it was $1,000 less to stay at the Hard Rock Hotel and get that express pass for that night or for that day. And I say that this is $1,000 difference because you have to keep paying for that family of four, that extra ticket price, that extra express pass price really starts to add up. That hotel room could be about $400. Spread throughout all the people in your party, that's $100. It makes a big difference to stay at the premier hotel if the express pass is what's important to you. If that front of the line access, that ease, if you only have the one day, you really want to stay at this premier hotel or any of the premier hotels to get that access. That's a huge difference in price. And you'll see as we go on, it just gets more dramatic. So if we look at getting a family of, if we add it on, if we don't stay at a premier hotel and we add it on ourselves, for one person, it's $866 to get a 2-park ticket and to add on that express pass. If we're a family of four, it's about $4,000. It's a $2,000 difference to stay at the Hard Rock for a family of four and get tickets, stay at the hotel, and get that express pass for free. And it's the unlimited express pass. So it's such a big difference. So you might be that kind of person that you go to Disney, you stay at Disney, you go to Universal just for the day and you hop over there. You really might want to consider, if you only get that one day at Universal or 2 days at Universal, you really might want to consider staying at one of the premier hotels to get that express pass. There's no other way to say this. There's no other nice way to say it. You're just totally getting more money for what you can get. It's a deal. I don't understand why more people don't do it. Some people are absolutely fine, though, not using the express pass also. It's up to you and your family how you want to spend your money. But if you're going to go and you plan on spending all that money to get the express pass, you really should look at staying at one of the premier hotels. And they're right by the parks. You can walk from the hotels to the parks. It's much closer than Disney. Getting in between the two parks, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, you walk in between them. It's much, I want to say it's much closer than Disney World. It's not as spread out. So really look into what is it that you want out of this Universal vacation. When we get to the 3-day, it really starts to get dramatic. But again, there's that price difference. You definitely can do it. A 3-day express pass, staying at that premier hotel. Although at that point, I don't know if you need it. If you have 2 days of the express pass, I don't know if you need a 3rd day. Maybe you have a Harry Potter fan that's really into Harry Potter and just wants to go for days and days, and that's fine. Or you really want to try out every single ride. But having that express pass also can make it that you don't need to go as many days to Universal. So if you're that true Disney diehard fan and you want to be at Disney as many days as possible, this might be the best option. Start at Universal or end at Universal, just 2 nights. Get that express pass and enjoy it, and you really can see a lot in the parks using this express pass. All I will say is that when I got to a 4-day ticket, it was a struggle for me to find express pass for 4 people for 4 days in a row. And at this point, if anyone is trying to sell you adding on and not staying at a premier hotel, and they want you to spend, it would be over $6,000 because I couldn't find it for a party of 4 for 4 days in a row. I kept looking as far out as I could go, and I couldn't find it. Not meaning that it's not available, meaning that they don't even want you to buy it at Universal. It's so much more expensive. We're talking about almost twice the price at a 4-day. So because I could only get it for 14 options. So I'm 2 options short than what you would need for a family of 4. So please, 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 if you're going to go to Universal and the Express Pass is something that's important to you, stay at a premier hotel. You definitely want that. And staying at a premier hotel, you get it the day you check in and the day you check out. So you're getting it for 2 days for one night. So it's so important that, you really know the facts and you know how to use the best value for your price, for what you want to spend. So using a travel agent just like myself, I can totally help you with that. If you look below, I have all my information. Please contact me so we can get you to Universal as part of your Disney vacation. And if you have any more ideas that you'd like me to talk about or compare pricing, please let me know below. I cannot do the dining plan. I've been asked so many times about the dining plan. Right now at this recording, Disney doesn't have a dining plan open right now, so I can't really compare the dining plans between Universal and Disney. But once Disney opens back up with the dining plan, I promise you I will do dining plan videos. So I hope that you will subscribe, and I'll see you next week.